My name is Laurie Silvers, and I am an entrepreneur. By my background in education, I'm a lawyer, but I would say that business has been my passion my entire career. I also think that I'm a mother, and I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I am. I'm just an. I'm just a woman who is passionate about a lot of things, and I think that is really what shapes all of us. Finding what you're passionate about and then having the confidence and the courage to go after it. Well, I started out as a lawyer and practiced for many years, and then I got the bite to become an entrepreneur. And it was a gradual progression. I kind of dipped my toes in the business waters, and then I found out that I really loved it. So I gave up the practice of law and went into business. And probably um, one of the more interesting things that I've done is I'm the co-founder of the Sci-Fi Channel, the cable network. So I've always been interested in media, television, radio, broadcasting, and creating a national cable channel was quite exciting. I had to overcome many obstacles, some because I was a woman and some not. For the most part, when I was starting out, which was a while ago, when you would come to a meeting, you would have to prove who you were, that you understood the concepts that were being discussed. But when I put my credentials on the table, and I am a lawyer, that did give me some degree of credibility. And so that was very helpful in overcoming those initial hurdles. But anybody, male or female, once they're given the opportunity to speak and have a seat at the table, you either hold your own or you don't. So while it may have been a bit of a challenge to get that seat at the table, I don't really think it was being a woman or not that was the challenge. It was actually having the credibility and the intellect to be able to deal with whatever the subject matter was. That's such an interesting question. I'm a big believer in mentoring, women to women, men, women. I just think it's important that we, as we accumulate knowledge and skill sets, help the people that are coming up behind us. It will make our jobs easier as we begin to share the responsibilities, which ultimately we all have to do. But I would say that my number one mentor was my father, who truly believed, and he was a bit of a trailblazer back in the old days, believed that anyone qualified for a position should hold that position, man or woman. And it was having that behind me as I went through my education and then into my business career that really fortified my self-confidence and made me believe that if I had the wherewithal and the intellectual ability to do something, that I had every right to do it. It's interesting. I do think about the thing, and my father's been gone for many years, but he did leave me one incredible legacy, which was to believe in myself. And it was just that simple. And I carry it with me to this day. If I believe in something, if I'm passionate about it, I believe that I can make it happen. And I've had a lot of wonderful successes in my life. I've also had some pretty spectacular failures. And I think that's the story of an entrepreneur. But I've always believed in myself. I've always believed that I could create the value, the business, make things happen. And I think that confidence was something he instilled in me. And so that was the number one thing that really kind of gave me my ability to be successful. Yes, 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 yes. I tell them the most important thing is that foundational piece of self-confidence. Believe in yourself. If you believe in who you are, and if you believe that you have the ability to make things happen, then most likely you will be an agent of change. You'll be able to make things happen, whether it's in business, in philanthropy, social work, whatever it is, whatever you're passionate about. But if you don't have the self-confidence, if you can't bring yourself to the situation and really bring everything you have and feel confident that you can make the changes, likely that you won't. So I think the one piece of advice in the beginning, the foundational piece, is to have self-confidence. And then, if you're interested in something, become a student. Understand it so that you can speak about it, you can talk about it, that you can have credibility and the respect of people that are listening to you. So I think if you take those things and you couple it with a passion, um, that pretty much is the best advice any mentor can give. It's easy to give the advice. I think that mentoring is really helping people find that within themselves. That's the real challenge of a mentor, and I think it's very exciting because I think we all have it inside, male or female. It's finding it that's important. I think that you can have all that you need. I don't know that we all need it all. Um, as a woman, I was very oriented to a career. I wanted to have a wonderful career. It made me feel very relevant, and it was important to me. It was also very important to have a family. And that's tremendously challenging to have a career that takes a lot of your time, um, and also have a family, which takes a lot of your time. So there are moments when you think to yourself, do I have to make a choice? Do I have to decide one or the other? Hopefully, you make the right decision for who you are and what's important to you. Uh, Many times I had to pull back in my career because I needed to stay focused on my family, and vice versa. As my family grew older, I was able to put more of my time into my career. But it's a balance. But I'm a believer that life is a balance. So, as I said in the beginning of the question, I think that having it all really means having all that you need.